Morning, everybody. So, it's a bit different this year for Remembrance Day. We've done all different kinds of ceremonies before. Those of you that haven't done a Remembrance Day ceremony with us might think that this is a bit strange. But we've done Field of Remembrance Days, done them in Gagetown and in Petawawa. The important part for us is to recognize those who have gone before. And what I'd ask you to do is think of what does Remembrance Day mean for you. Some of you might think back to the black and white photos from the First World War, French warfare. You might think about your grandparents or even your great-grandparents during the Second World War, Korea. That's kind of the thought, the images that pop in to my mind. But also think about the current generation, all of us, all of you. You represent the next generation of veterans. And when kids today in school are remembering the sacrifices of those who have gone before, it isn't just black and white photos anymore. A lot of us have known sacrifice. A lot of you have known sacrifice. Our friends and comrades who we lost in action, in accidents. It means a lot to me, and I hope it means something to you to look at the names at Dragoon Park. And whether you knew them or not, they were part of us. They wore our Springbok badge. They served in our vehicles. They went through the same training that you went through. So you belong to that brotherhood and sisterhood of those who have gone before. So when you think of Remembrance Day, and when you think of school kids and how they're going to spend this day, they're thanking not just those who served in the First and the Second World War, who fought for freedom 75 plus years ago. They're thinking of those like us who fought for peace now and whose photographs are in full color and live on in our memories. So when we pause in a moment for 2 minutes of silence, I'd ask you to think of your brothers and sisters who have gone before. Think of your brothers and sisters who are with you here now and how much it means, their sacrifice and our sacrifice. And pass that lesson on. Remember them. Sam?
First, I would like to thank the squadron leadership to take the pause and come all here together and to remember our fallen comrades. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's good to see the regiment in one location. We don't have an easy job. It's hard, and day like today might be hard from some people to think of what the CEO just mentioned for all the friends that we lost and for all the fallen comrades. But that makes the thing more important to come together and think about it for a few times, and after that we'll go back to work. We also need to think about the family of our survivors and those who are being injured. We need to think about them too. It's very important. Those are hurt for life and they're still with us. We need to remember them too. Thanks again to be here, and we will remember them. Thank you.
If you'll remove your hats and headdresses, please. Today I'll be sharing an excerpt from the prayer which our Chaplain General will be offering today at the National Memorial Service in Ottawa, followed by our new Dragoon's invocation. With respect to the beliefs and individual conscience of your faith or personal traditions, I invite you to take a moment for personal reflection. Today, in the presence of one another, we remember those who fought with honor and courage so that we can live today in a country where the values of freedom, pride, and courage resonate with power. Our story, as told by our national anthem, is of the true North, strong and free, and it evokes admiration and inspires us to surpass ourselves and be better than we ever thought possible. Notre histoire, pour reprendre, notre hymne national est une épopée de brillant espoir qui force notre admiration et qui nous pousse aujourd'hui à nous dépasser, à être meilleurs. We are gathered today, hearts filled with gratitude and pride for all those who have served Canada in every time and place. Those who made the ultimate sacrifice, as well as those who still carry the wounds of service in body and soul. We pray for leaders at every level, but in particular way for Her Majesty the Queen, the Governor General, the Prime Minister, and the Acting Chief of Defence Staff. Prepare us to face anything that opposes inclusion or wholeness, whether in our own hearts or in the actions of others, so that we might be strengthened in our shared values and service to Canada. War tears apart. It takes that which is whole and dismembers. To remember is to bring together again that which was once torn apart. It is our solemn duty to remember those who live as the beneficiaries of the peace brought through the service and sacrifice of our forefathers and our forebears. It is in so doing that we honor their legacy and participate in their noble work. Que cette commémoration nous inspire à travailler pour un futur meilleur. May today's commemoration inspire us to work together for a better future. And now the Dragoon's invocation. We are thankful for the challenges of this life. Where there is doubt, despair, or oppression, may we be used as instruments of goodwill. Inspire us to give our best in the cause of truth and goodness, and to take every opportunity to serve others. Make us bold and swift in defense of our nation and our allies, as we dedicate ourselves to the welfare of humanity, the preservation of justice, and love through the good that we may do. Let us be bringers of a renewed hope that brightens the present and lightens the future. Even as we fight on behalf of others, keep us mindful to care for our families, ourselves, and one another, upholding excellence in all areas of our lives. Let us wear the cloak of privilege lightly, stand confidently in places of honor, and communicate our values in the way we live and fight. May we be strong in virtue, firm in time of trouble, and always ready to help others in time of need.
Now we'll pause for 2 minutes of silence, followed by a reading of In Flanders Fields. Flanders fields, the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe to use from failing hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields. When you come up and place your poppies on the wreath, think about what Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae thought about when he wrote that. He was a medical officer who paused amid a ton of casualties and wrote that thinking about the environment that he was in. Now I'd invite all of you to come and place your poppy on the wreath as well.